It's just as bad. You know why he's worse than Rev 2 Johnny? He doesn't need sweep coin. That's why. Johnny's buttons are already jacked up, right? But he doesn't need sweep coin. At least Johnny still needed sweep coin. This is ridiculous. You just press one button and you like get rewarded. That's why. Rev 1 Johnny is worse. Rev 2 Johnny is it's like Rev 1 Johnny is way worse than any of the Johnnies in the Rev series, right? But like, it's the fact that sweep coin is insane. So when you factor that in with his normals, it's like, damn, like what are you supposed to do, right? Luckily, the difference here is like you can interact with Johnny. That's the difference. Like you could actually box him. Like, and even though not everyone could box him like straight up, right? At the very least, before he got sweep coin, you could box, right? You could at least throw hands with him, right? But you know, when he gets sweep coin, it's like party time, right? Because he's gonna hit you with, you know, Jackhound Super, and then it's like party time because you're gonna get 2 coins back, right? This is just like far slash, and just repeat, right? It makes it so Soul doesn't have to use any of his other normals, where Johnny at least had to use all his buttons, give or take. This shit's just kind of like, well, I just press this button and you just die, you know? No. There is only a few characters who can interact with Star Soul. There's not very many. I'm not gonna name them off because like it doesn't make sense to name them off, right? Because we kind of already know who it is. But the notion here is that like a lot of characters can still get with Johnny, right? Like Sin is arguably one of his worst matchups. Chip can box him. Milia can box him. Answer can fight him for the most part. Like most characters can fight him, right? He doesn't just win by pressing one button. That's the issue. Like Johnny doesn't win by just pressing one button. He can't. It's not possible. It's impossible. There's too many 6Ps that plow through his normals. He can't just do that. And that's the reason why that like Ogawa says what he says. And I don't disagree. Even though I play Chip and Chip can box the shit out of him in this game. But that's like a legacy, right? But when you look at the rest of the cast, like not everyone can get with him like that. Not everybody can. And that's the part that sucks. Right? So like I get you, like you play Leo, so you feel like yeah you can get with him. So what's with everyone else? That's one of the few characters that can get with him, right? But like it's just, I mean I'm gonna end up talking about this again later on, but just know that Rev 2 Johnny, like, and he's nerfed, right? You gotta keep in mind that like even though he had his unblockables in Rev 1 were insane, and Rev 2 they made him worse, but it's still ridiculous, right? He still had ridiculous high lows. He had media ShinKensou, YRC and the stuff. You know, his wrist build was nuts. If you got counter hit by anything, like you just exploded, which is the equivalent to Soul in this game, but he still had a requirement. The issue is he had a requirement. He had a requirement. Johnny with meter was crazy. Johnny just needed 25 bar. Johnny still don't even need meter. That motherfucker did not need meter. 25 bars plenty with that character in Rev 2. Or in general. Yeah, YRC's Y was silly. I mean, it's strong. You know? What got him level 3 guaranteed was sweep coin. That's it. Listen, Rev 2 Johnny was sweep coin. You ask anyone at high level what they hated about him, it's always sweep coin. That's it. Like, everyone, like you could fight him. You can scrap with him. Until sweep coin. That's it. That's the name of the game. That's it. Johnny with meter was like Johnny with meter was just YRC or super, and he got 2 coins back. I burned my coins. Looks like I still got 50 meter on this side. Don't get hit, and he gets 2 coins back. But guess what? He still got level 3 on deck. All Johnny needs is sweep coin. He got a level 3 misfinder. That's a wrap. You can't do nothing stupid in neutral. Like Johnny controls neutral once he has that. Like that's a win condition. You see what I'm saying? That is the reason why Ogawa says that, right? Sweep coin is a win condition. Period. He has air throw coin, dash up coin. That is also another one, right? The bottom line is knockdown coin. That's it. Soul's win condition is at all times. His win condition is at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like if his win condition wasn't at all times, this would be a different story. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the beef. So because it's at all times, it's like, damn, like, what are you supposed to do? Right? It makes it so it's like, damn, I'm trying to box this motherfucker, but you can't. Like, you just, like, scrapping with Soul is like, his risk reward is too high. That's one of the biggest issues with him. His risk reward is mad skewed. That's like a big issue. His risk reward is mad skewed. Like, him just pressuring you is like skewed. The risk reward is super high. It's one of the reasons why Chip is so good, right? But the difference is, like, Chip at least has, like, Chip's win conditions are, like, still risky, right? Like, I think everyone in the game for the most part has a weakness with the exception of Soul. Soul having, like, one-hit bandit revolvers, he's always had those things, but now it's so much easier, you know? Like, that character can convert off of every little thing. Like, he can convert off anything damn near. Like, every other character is struggling just to convert naturally with meter. So when you put those things in, like, together, it's like it's a bad combination. You know? It's tough. Like, it's actually tough. So you have to ask yourself, like, what do you do to, like, halt this man? And the answer is, like, you don't really have many answers. A lot of the answers are too risky. That's like the biggest issue, right? Everything you want to do against him is risky, right? It's risky on the opponent. It's not risky for the Soul, because if he takes the risk, it's okay, because guess what? He's not going to die for it, right? But the opponent will, and that is where the discrepancy comes into play. That's where the discrepancy comes into play. His risk reward is just far too skewed in his favor. So, like, when I see people complaining about Soul, it's rightfully so. There's a reason for it. House can hardly convert off anything. God forbid he sucks one game. The thing is, I don't want them to clip his freaking wings, right? He can still be good, but, like, there has to be something done about his risk reward. Like, his risk reward ratios are too skewed. Period. Like, he has some matchups where he would lose if this was any other version of the game, but because he can convert off anything, and he always has bar. This is why I said in the beginning, when people were like, oh, we need meter to do more things, I'm like, I don't know if y'all know what you're asking for, man. Because now Soul always has bar. So what do you do with a character that always has 100 bar? My dude's always got bar. So you make a mistake, quick conversion. And he's always getting meter because he's always attacking you. So how do you deal with it? Not to mention his normals are disjointed. Like, you literally press one button. R slash, low slash, 6 slash, jump slash. What the hell else are you pressing? Slash uppercut. Like, the only button you have to learn how to use is slash. The occasional 5K to escape some pressure. What do? You're still pressing slash. Rev 2, Johnny, and Soul are like, I'm telling you, no matter how you slice the pie, bro. No matter how you slice the pie, big dog. My dude is getting by pressing one button. Johnny has to press more than one button and has actual win conditions. Soul's only win condition is when you hit them with that good button. The end. That's it. The end. I don't think there's anyone in this chat that can dispute that. Not one. Not one of you. What up, Mizu? It's impossible. You can't refute that. I don't care if it's fucking Deb. It's the same shit. I watch Deb play. It's the same shit. I watch Punk play. It's the same shit. Like, it's just facts. It's just facts. Like, Deb's Soul was amazing in freaking Rev 2, right? I'd be capping if I said Deb's Soul was trash. That's like impossible to say, right? But Deb knew the game, right? Like, she knows how to play, and she knows how to play Guilty Gear very, very, very well. And that's a very good example of how to play Soul at high level, right? Reminiscent of Hawken, you know? Straight up. Like, Deb's ridiculous, you know? Deb right now to me is the only Soul that plays Guilty Gear while playing Strive. And that's just because legacy knowledge, straight up. Deb's OD, period. Right? But coming back to Soul as a character, it's just a lot of people's success with the character is predicated on that one button press. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Deb would still do amazing even if Soul wasn't like this. Soul and Strives feels nasty. It's understandable. I think I like playing Soul in this game, but I feel like it's too easy. I feel like he's not the character that I like to play. I like Soul and I like playing Soul, but I just feel like it's not the Soul that I'm used to. And while that's okay, I just feel like the character's doing all the work for me, you know? Like it doesn't feel, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. It's kind of like, it's almost in a sense too easy, I feel. So yeah, that's why I don't really play him like that. Brain dead, I guess. I think they should give 5 or 4 frame buttons back to certain characters. Maybe. I think this game Soul does not deserve a 3 frame. Not in this game. Damage is too volatile for him to have a 3 frame. And I understand, coming from a Chip player, doesn't make sense, right? You're saying he doesn't deserve it, but you do. The reason why Chip's 3 frame is even remotely decent is because it can hit like preemptive jumps. But it's not a mid, right? Soul's 3 framer is a mid, right? So when Soul wants to poke out, he pokes out with a 3 frame mid. Chip pokes out with a jab, it's a 3 frame high, which means you can poke it with a mid. You can hit it with a low. Soul's, it just beats out mids, period. It beats out lows, period. I don't have that luxury as Chip. I can barely even anti-air with it. The hitbox to hurtbox ratio is like skewed out of Chip's favor. It's only used for like anti-jump. But people don't understand that having a 3 frame mid versus a 3 frame high is ridiculous. They look at Chip having a 3 frame like, look, he can mash out with 3 frame. Yeah, sure. Mash out with that 3 frame and watch how quick. Then watch how quickly you die. Right? Because you're doing this and it's going over them and they're hitting you underneath here. So what are you mashing out with, right? You're still getting clapped up. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, it's a massive difference. If people don't understand that, they're like, oh, Chip has a 3 frame, dude. You can just mash it out. Okay. Mash it out and watch how fast you die. Like, what are you mashing it on, right? It's only good against like Ino and maybe like it's good against a couple characters. The big boys, right? So Nagaryuki, Potemkin, and like Ino. Because Ino's movement kind of sucks for Chip, right? So it's just, you can just check her like that, right? But everyone else has a run, and that run goes underneath this button. So you're doing this, and they're like, right underneath you, and they're popping your shit. It's not free.